Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the People's Republic of Northern Ireland. And listen, Paul, what do you think? I mean, we are slipping. Well, we're not slipping. We're already in a totalitarian state. But Comrade Starmer has just upped the ante even more. You know, Chinese social credit scoring, digital ID, the mark of the beast. What's going on? What is going on?
Well, I don't want to rub it in, Richard, but why do you think I'm sitting here? I mean, the man is just insatiable, isn't he? I mean, all joking aside, right? This is just another step to total and utter control in every single way that you can possibly imagine. Now, if you look at digital ID at face value, and if it was used for the excuse that they're telling us it's for, then you could go along with it to some degree. But we all know for 100% certain that that ain't what it's all about. We know what it's all about. It's all about control. And that means not just control of little things. It means controlling every... If you spent too much money on, I don't know, full fat Coke this week, they can stop you from buying any more full fat Coke.
Well, I mean, it's more sinister than that, Paul. I think we could be in a situation they could stop you traveling. They could freeze you. I mean, look, both me and you have had our bank accounts frozen, right? Now, I'm not the most successful businessman on the planet. However, I've never been overdrawn with my business account. I've never not paid any bill with my business account, and they froze my business account and then closed the thing. And I don't think that was just by chance. I think the fact that we were running the most successful demonstrations that there've been in this country for the past year, peaceful demonstrations that are really threatening the establishment. And wait till you see the way they turn the screws after the one we've just done.
Yeah.
I think it was absolutely targeted and deliberate. We've all had the great pleasure of coming through our international airports and getting held either by immigration or, as me and Danny and Tommy had, held by counter-terror people. Well, they tried to hold me. I just told them where to go. But the reality is we are already living in a Stasi-type authoritarian regime. And we know how it works. It's the mainstream media. It's the police. It's the courts. It's the government. And that demonization of anybody that has a contrarian view to what they believe in. So if they get the digital ID through, they will use it as a weapon. And I mean, people might think I'm crazy, but in the book of Revelation,
we talk about uniting the kingdom. We could actually have something here that unites the left and the right.
Well, here's the thing. I was watching Alan Miller from Together Declaration. Alan, I like Alan. I think he's a good lad, and I've never met him, but I like what he says, and I think he's on the money on this. And I think we could have the biggest, even bigger demonstration about this than we've just had with Unite the Kingdom. Because when people really realize what's going on here, and I don't really trust anybody on the left anymore, unfortunately, because they've shafted us that many times. But surely there are some libertarian lefties that aren't involved in this machine, the Hope Not Hate, the Socialist Workers' Party, the Keir Starmer's, little legal team. There's
unions,
got to,
Richard, the unions.
I don't trust them, Paul. I mean,
That's
honestly,
what I'm saying. The unions, they're in it up to their neck.
You can't trust any of them. So unfortunately, it has to be libertarian-minded people, whatever their rosette that they used to wear. I think a lot of people are realizing what the Labour Party is. They realize they've seen this stuff about the Fabians. They realize that they're, do you know one of the most disgusting things I've seen this last 10 days was, I was going to say Nick Clegg, Ed Davey, the pirate of the Canary, the pirate of the Canary Islands. You not see him dressed up as a pirate the other week? I mean, he's like a really bad children's entertainer. In fact, he's a sort of he's a sort of children's entertainer you wouldn't let anywhere near your kids.
I was just going to say, he reminds me of a bloke that you see at the Panto or a children's entertainer.
Oh no, he doesn't.
Oh yes, he does.
Oh, mate! But they're also, this is the party. This is the most Unifying. We used to see them when we used to do demos. They were like zombies walking around London with their blue and yellow face paint on. This was before Ukraine was a thing. When the blue and yellow flag was all to do with. There's something about these lefties in blue and yellow, isn't it? Ukraine's blue and yellow, flipping. The EU was blue and yellow, and they used to walk around like zombies. And you started talking to them, engaging with them about why they didn't want Brexit. And of course, they did the usual. They got very, very shy and accused you of being a fascist and ran away. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what though, Richard? How has politics changed over the years? When I was in my early 20s, the Lib Dems were genuinely a party that sat in the middle of the Conservatives and the Tories and the Labour Party. But they've all moved so far to the left now. I mean, they're talking about doing a deal with
the Greens.
Well, they're talking about doing a deal with the Greens and the Labour Party to keep reform out. I mean, it's just incredible. But
it's absolutely incredible.
Look, I tell you what, there's a big thing here, right? And this is very important. The youngsters need to understand that this digital ID that they're proposing is going to ruin their already ruined futures.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
If they don't fear the amount of illegal migration that's happening in the country, if they don't fear the cultural change because they're used to it, they've grown up with it, if they don't feel any danger from the fact that we're deviating away from being a Christian country with a Christian culture, if they don't fear any of that, what they will fear is what's in their pockets, how they can earn it and how they can spend it.
Yeah.
And when the government decide that actually going to a nightclub or a rave or going on holiday twice a year to Ibiza is not good for you.
No,
and
exactly.
You won't be allowed to go.
Yeah, and it's not only that, Paul. I mean, it is gonna come against anyone that doesn't toe the party line. So it's not just about not just about the sort of net zero thing. I mean, the other thing is that they're talking about charging us 9p a mile for driving our cars in England now. I mean, the whole thing it's just completely insane. But I think this is an opportunity for everybody to stand up. I think it's a real opportunity. Now, what that looks like, I'm not even gonna talk about planning a demo. I'm not even going to talk about planning a demo. I mean, obviously, we have something planned for next May, but again, we're not going to go into any more detail than that. But there's already talk. We're already talking to people that we need to be talking to about that. But I think somebody could stand up and say, you know what? We want everybody to go to London on such and such a date to protest against digital ID. I think the best time to do a demo, right, is the day that they're debating that in Parliament. And I tell you what, you get, even if it's only 500,000 people, because now we've done 1 million, 500,000, it's, what is it, Paul? It's neither here nor there, is it? You know what I mean, mate? But if we get 500,000 people outside Parliament screaming at Keir Starmer to stop taking away our civil liberties, maybe he might be a little bit perturbed by that and decide to have a rethink. What do you think, Paul?
I'm going to disagree, and I'll tell you why. I want the nation to be as angry as possible with Keir Starmer. So let him crack on.
Yeah.
Because what I don't, you know what the Brits are like. You know what we're like, Richard. If he gives in, if he gives a little bit, everyone will sit back and go, "Oh, he's not so bad after all."
Yeah.
He's giving in.
Well, that's no. Listen, everybody knows what he is, because Ben told everyone what he was on the platform on Saturday the 13th.
No, Richard, do you know what? We've gone that far now. We've gone so far. We've gone beyond. The border has been crossed. The line has been crossed, and I don't really care too much what he does now. Let him eat himself alive. Let him and his party. Let them unveil themselves for what they truly are.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I want to see them get the biggest political annihilation in the history of this country.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them end the next general election without a single seat.
Yeah, I would too. I want to see them. I want to see the Conservative Party and the Labour Party and the Lib Dems, for that matter. I mean, getting back to the Lib Dems, Paul, I didn't finish what I was saying because I got off on a bit of a rant about Ed Davey being dressed as a pirate, channeling his inner Johnny Depp. But when they were all sitting waving the little Union Jack flags. It was like like they used to see in the Chinese Communist Party, they're all waving the little communist flag. Yeah. It was so fake and embarrassing. They hate the United Kingdom. So all of a sudden, we put 1 million people on the streets waving Union Jacks, and the next thing, every single political party's wrapping themselves in the Union Jack and trying to claim it. Well, they can't claim it.
Apparently, that's Starmer's new mission now, isn't it? To reclaim the flag. I don't know what he means. I don't know what he means by who's he reclaiming it from exactly? The ordinary people.
I think he's reclaiming it from the British public. He's going to reclaim the flag from the British public. He's going to reclaim the flag from the ancestors of those that bled and died on the Somme, on Flanders fields, that bled and died on the beaches of Normandy, that bled and died in the Battle of the Bulge. That's what or Arnhem. That's what he wants to do. He wants to reclaim the flag back from the ancestors of the people that actually bled and died. What annoys me about these people, right? As a veteran, right? See when Starmer was conspiring as a young man at university when I think he was part of one of the communist parties, like the Revolutionary Communist Party. Yeah, he was. And his little Fabian cult that he's involved in. When he was conspiring against the United Kingdom, veterans were bleeding and dying in Northern Ireland at the hands of people that he counted as friends. And we can safely say that, and I'll tell you why we can safely say it, because Lord Harmer, and he is a harmer, he's harmed the British public more than anybody else. Lord Harmer, Gerry Adams' lawyer. Yeah. So the Attorney General of the United Kingdom represented the alleged, always denied it, the alleged head of the IRA in Belfast and an alleged member of the IRA Army Council. And certainly we can say for sure he was the head of Provisional Sinn Féin, which, if nothing else, was the mouthpiece of the most vile. And remember, people talk about Islamic terrorism. Islamic terrorism in the UK has got nothing on what the IRA inflicted on the people of the United Kingdom. Nothing at all.
And I'll tell you what, Richard, as well, when the Falklands War broke out, Starmer would have probably been about 15, 16.
Older than that. I think he would have been older than that, would he? I think he would have been older. Yeah, I think in 1982. What age is he now? 6? Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah.
15 or 16, by my reckoning, there or thereabouts, give or take a weekend. I'd love to have known. I'd love to know what his feelings were on the Falklands and the fact that we was prepared to send our troops out there to take back what is rightfully ours. I bet he was an anti. I bet he was on their side.
Well, not even just that, Paul. The more worrying thing about this is that lunatic in Argentina that everybody thinks is great. Well, you see, I don't go with the right wing orthodoxy just because somebody's right wing that I'm going to support them. That guy wants the Falklands back. Well, to me, if he wants the Falklands back, we should be deploying another little mini task force down there. We should have some Paras, some Marines, and some Gurkhas on those islands. If any Argy sets foot on that island, he's going to get a cookery up his backside. Do you know what I mean? Just if anyone wants to know what a cookery is, it's a big sharp knife that the Gurkhas carry. Just for those in the comments that aren't educated, right? So
don't get it out without using it.
You exactly. They don't like it up them as Private Jones used to say.
Here's the thing. And on a more serious note, right? If the Argentinians want the Falklands back, now's the time to do it.
This is what worries me.
We wouldn't put up a fight.
Well, Starmer certainly wouldn't. He'd faint. You can just imagine Starmer getting the news from MI6 or whatever that there's a task force just landed on South Georgia. They'd be sitting over him with the smelling salts. Because he's so weak and pathetic. In fact, he'd actually probably pay them to invade. He'd probably
I wonder who he'd send down there. Maybe he could who could he send down? Rich, his mates from the
I think Lammy. I think get Lammy down there as Governor General of the Falkland Islands, 100%.
He'd be on what was it? On Blackadder. Melcher, is it General Melcher?
General Melcher. No, he's not. He's not that good. He'd be Baldrick, mate. It'd be like sending Baldrick down to defend the Falklands. He'd be sending Baldrick with his.
No. I'll tell you what. Sadiq Khan could be Baldrick.
Well, no, because Sadiq Khan's a bit more like Blackadder, isn't he? He's very sinister.
Got a bit more brains, isn't he?
Well, he's not. I don't know if it's brains. He's a cunning, sly man. You know, he's you know,
David Lammy is definitely Baldrick. Yeah.
I think we should send David Lammy down with a task force of. I think we should send a diversity task force down there.
Yeah.
All the rainbow colours, all the demographics that that really don't seem to like the UK very much. I think we should send them down there to welcome the Argentinian task force into Port Stanley. That's what we should do.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Anybody watching in the Falklands, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just being honest. I mean, if I was in charge, if I was in charge of the Argentinian forces and I wanted the Falklands back, I mean, we'd probably pay them to take it if they asked.
This is the shame of it, and the reality is that is the truth. That is the truth, and that's what that Argentinian president knows that. You know what I mean? He knows this is his big chance to make a big play. And I think he will start saber rattling and threatening. They'll probably put some ships in the South Atlantic and be flying jets too close to the Falklands Islands, because he seems to want it. But I tell you what, I mean, the reality of the situation is, I think it would be a very costly endeavor for the Argentinians as well. I mean, even though we've got a very, very weak government, I think there'll be massive pressure put upon Starmer to do something about it, not just sit on his hands or wring his hands. But who knows? I mean, the problem we've got, Paul, is, and this is where we go full circle and we go back to reform and the way they've mishandled the vote and everything. The reality of the situation is the reason that he's got such a big majority, it's not just because the Conservative Party was so pathetic, but because reform won a lot of votes, but won very few seats, and cost the Tories a lot of seats. So, and that is down to bad vote management by Farage and co. So the truth of the matter is,
Rich, is it not a case though that to get the issues that we've got to get sorted, didn't we need it to get worse before it could get bad? Didn't we need to hit rock bottom before we could climb back up again?
I think it's
where would we be? It's a question for you. If the Tories that have, sneaked home last general election, where would we be right now? We wouldn't be.
We wouldn't be in as bad a position as we are now. Listen, I hate the Tories. I've never voted Tory in my life.
No, we wouldn't. But we wouldn't have advanced, probably. We wouldn't have had, I would think, we wouldn't have had such big turnouts at the demos, etc. And the nation certainly wouldn't be as awake as it is now, and it needs to wake up even further, a lot more.
Well, Peter Lynch might be alive.
Yeah.
I mean, do you know what, Paul? I think it's a bit like having an itchy nose and chopping your head off to sort the problem out.
Yeah.
I mean, these people are so dark and so evil, and I hope the only thing I do hope does come out of this that's positive. And by the way, guys, like and share this video, because I think we're the only people that come on and try and have a laugh when we're talking about some very, very serious things and try and make it a little bit light and have a bit of fun. But share this everywhere. We've got 925 people watching. And I know there's a lot of other people doing streams, but we want to get these channels really, really going, because I think we've got a lot to say and we've got the solutions. And it's just a question of if we can get everybody to get behind the solutions that we've put out there, like the pledge, like Advance, getting involved in Unite the Kingdom, getting involved in building community, building churches and all that sort of stuff. So we have all the answers. A lot of people are just coming on channels and just complaining about everything that's going wrong, but they're never giving any solutions. Well, we actually have the solutions. The solution's there. Join Advance. Register to vote. Start going to church.
My youngest daughter messaged me the other day, and it's a lovely message. She said to me, "Dad, the country needs to return to Christianity, and she's gonna go to church. She's gonna go back. She's gonna start going to church, I believe."
That is fantastic. Everyone's saying they can't hear you, Paul, for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if that's from you or from me.
Let me move me. I'm on my phone tonight. I don't want to get too close to the screen and frighten everyone. Is that a little bit better? That's
worse, actually, I think.
Is it really?
I don't know, guys. In the comments, let's just take a break from the chat here, from what we're talking about, and let
me go. I'll tell you what, Richard. Let me go and get my proper mic.
Yeah, go for it, mate. Yeah. Go for it, mate. Yeah. Oh, yes. Before I forget, guys, right? I'm going to find this link here. Bear with me, because what we need to do... There's Baraka. Good to see you, mate. Good to see that you're watching. The link don't... okay, yes, Baraka. Let's get you on as well, mate. Bear with me 2 seconds, my brother. Hang on. Where's that link? So just give me a second. Copy link address. So we're going to bring Baraka in. I'm just sending him the link right now. So
hey, Baraka.
Just bear with us, guys. He's on his way. Right, Baraka, let me know you've got that, man, and that's working. Right, let's have a look. Okay. There's another link I'm going to share here in the comments. Ricky Doolan. It's not as good as Where Are the Men of England? Now, I'm going to say that, and Ricky knows it's not as good as Where Are the Men of England, but Ricky has written a great song. It's the official anthem of the Unite the Kingdom march on Saturday the 13th of September. And what I want everybody to do, it's at number 2 in the download charts at the minute. Now, this is phenomenal. So this is at number 2 in the download charts. I'm going to drop a link in here in the comments, and then I'm going to put it on the screen.
Richard, can you hear me any better now?
I can hear you, but I could hear you fine, Paul. Guys, in the comments, let us know if you can hear Paul okay, right? Let us know if you can hear Paul.
Guys?
Hold them. I think just hold the mic right up to you as close as you can get, Paul, yeah? Just hold it up. I'll just hold it up all the time. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to blow everyone's head off.
No, you won't. Just
let me know if that's any better, everyone.
Yeah, it seems good to me. No, he's saying it's still too low. No, it's not. Okay.
Can't make that one out. I've got the mic right close to my mouth.
Yeah. Okay. Low volume. Let's just see if there's anything. Hold on. Oh. Your mic's muted there.
You haven't got me turned down, have you, Rich?
No, I don't think so. Let me just see if I can edit mic. I'm going to try editing mic settings. I'm going to try it. Automatically adjust mic volume. I'll take that off. I'm going to turn it right up. So that is me just turned you right up, full volume. It's probably going to blow everyone's ears off now. But let's start talking now, Paul. Yep. No, that's gone. That's totally gone. Oh man, edit mic settings. I turned the volume right up.
No, can you hear me?
What about that? I can hear you. I don't know if anybody else can hear you. Go on.
Well, if it,
let's try that now. What about that, guys? Can anyone hear it now?
Any good?
Perfect then, Paul. It's Rich. Everyone saying that's better? Is Paul good now?
Hopefully that's better. They probably
Richard the sound man just fixed Paul.
They're probably just sick of hearing me anyway. They've heard enough of my voice.
They're more likely sick of hearing me.
9 a.m. tomorrow morning, I've got a good video being released. Please make sure you watch that. Thank you very much. And we are live only on Richard's channel tonight. So actually, I was going to say, can someone do me a favour? I owe Richard 20 quid in super chats.
So Paul, let me just get this right. You owe me 20 quid in super chats. So you're actually gonna grift off the viewers of my channel to give me 20 quid. I'm happy with that. If anyone's happy with that,
viewers.
I'm happy with that. So
Richard, me 20 quid that I owe him.
You see, this is what happens when someone runs away. I can't go and knock his door and demand the money off him with menaces now. Do you know what I mean? Like what done in days gone by. But yeah, let's get those super chats going, guys. Let's just have a bit of a grifting session. Let's get loads of super
Richard needs to eat this week. He was eating a bag of crisps when I rung him up earlier.
Well, I've been on the cornflakes and semi-skimmed milk.
Rich, talking about grifting.
Where's Baraka? Right? I thought Baraka was coming in. What's happened to him? Was he?
Go on, Baraka, where are you, mate?
Where's Baraka? He's disappeared. I sent him a link and he's gone. Watching right now. Send me the link. Don't mind coming in. Come on, Baraka. What's happening? Do you know what? There's too many.
Talking of grifting.
There he is. He's in. Baraka.
How we doing?
Hey. How you doing,
yes, man, let's go.
Come on.
How
Come
you
on.
guys doing? Long
We're
time
doing
no
good,
talk.
man. We're doing good. We're just getting ready for our gulag. Do you know what? You can share our gulag with us, Baraka. No problem whatsoever, mate. I've heard you're a great chef. You can be the cook in the gulag.
Yeah, let's share this. Since we're gonna be all stuck in the digital technocrat, we have
Digital
to,
prison.
yeah, we have to make a use of it, right?
100%. 100%.
So let me
Now,
share
listen,
this.
guys. Let me know that you can hear Baraka, because, like, we've had all sorts of sound problems tonight.
I could hear you guys perfectly fine. I mean, it could be trolls because sometimes trolls come in just to try and
Well,
destabilize.
unfortunately, it was. They definitely weren't trolls, unless our admins have become trolls.
Hey,
Baraka,
It was-
I've been watching your shows and that, mate. I can't believe how
thank
you've
you,
come on. You're doing so well, mate.
Yeah.
thank you. I appreciate you. I
You are
appreciate you.
doing
Thank you
so
so much.
well. I often drop comments in there for you, just
I've
just to
seen
let you
it.
know that I'm watching. But you're doing really well, brother. Really, really well.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. We need to get you back on the show because the last podcast we did, YouTube took it down. We've same with
Wow.
yours as
Did
well.
they really? They took it down.
Yeah, I've been demonetized for 9 months. I just came back. They
Have you got your money?
demonetized my
Are you monetized again now?
Yeah, last week that's when they brought it back. We were
In that
demonetized
case,
since
don't have me on the
January.
chat. Don't have me on the channel, then, Baraka. Or else you'll be in digital prison for another 9 months.
Yeah,
I-
so
I used to be flagged on Facebook as a dangerous individual. That's what if my videos ever appeared on Facebook, they were banned as dangerous individuals.
yeah, we were banned on similar stuff as well. Apparently, we were dangerous and we were evil on YouTube, and they didn't like what we stood on and the videos that we were making. And apparently, we were attacking protected groups, and I don't know what groups they're talking about.
But
And
remember,
yeah, so
yeah,
Tell you what though,
yeah,
Baraka, and you, Richard, I've got a video coming out in the morning and I talk about the grifters of Channel 4, right? Those cheeky bastards, right?
yeah.
Now, here's the thing, and this is, I'm making an appeal to the viewers tomorrow, and
Yeah.
I'm not actually talking about myself. I'm talking about people like you and Baraka and other guys out there. Listen, guys, if you don't support these people, they're not going to exist because they cannot do what they do for free. As much
Yeah.
as people would like them to do it for free and not earn any money, they've got to have support. And Channel 4 last night, they went after these guys. They went
Yeah.
after all of us.
Yeah.
that's right.
All of us.
And they lied as well, because like they lied about that thing in the hotel. And now I don't know what I can't remember which auditor was it. Is it AY? Was it AY? Which one was it? I can't remember the big lie.
AY, yeah.
I spoke to him at the demo. He come up. He was a very friendly fella. Now I don't know what he's earning, right? I don't know what his stats are. But I tell you what, I could show you what I've got one monetized channel on YouTube, and I got. Do you know what I got from Twitter last month in revenue? 44 pound.
That's
I'm such a grifter. I'm the best grifter in this movement.
right.
44 pound.
Rich, I'm
Yeah.
going to say this. Right? I'm going to say this, and people might not agree with this, but it's my view. I don't care what he earns.
No, neither do I.
It's none of my goddamn business what he earns, right? And at the end of the day, if YouTube and Google are paying him X amount of money for doing what he's doing, good luck to him.
Exactly.
Good luck to anyone. I
Well
don't
done to
care
him.
what people earn. It's
Yeah.
really none of my business.
Exactly.
I think it shouldn't. It shouldn't.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
to add up to your point as well, I think a lot of people at home think that because we make these videos and stuff, they think we love it and it's like the easiest job and we just sit and talk and somehow we make big money and we're receiving 100K maybe a month. But actually, it's nothing. So my channel has earned £0 since January. £0.
Yep.
And we've
That
been
is
posting
absolutely
videos
disgraceful. That's
back to back to
disgraceful.
back. We don't miss
Exactly.
a day. We post like 7 videos a day. No day we're missing. We're doing
Well, do
live
you know what I
streaming
do?
every single day.
I'll tell you what to do, Bracker, because you
Zero money.
well, you need to, what you do is see when you're doing your videos. If you've got a demonetized channel, and I do this on the Richard Inman channel. I've got like I don't know, nearly 50,000 subs on the Richard Inman channel. Don't get a penny from it, right? And get some decent stats. Put a link to a PayPal account or Patreon or whatever you've got. Every time you do a video, just pin it to the top of the thing, and just do you know what the thing about our audience is, right? Our audience are fantastically generous people, and if you're doing
Yeah.
content they like, they will help you. You're not going to be a millionaire, but it takes the edge off doing videos every. And I'll be honest with you, to be brutally honest with you, right? I'm not going to mention some of the channels, right? But there's some channels who deliberately steer a very middle of the road course. They don't believe what they're saying when they're pretending to be middle of the road. I'm not going to say who, but they don't believe what they're saying when they pretend to be these great sort of liberals. They probably believe exactly what we believe, but they just don't have the balls to say it, right? And they're earning mega bucks, right? And we're getting diddly squat because we're telling the truth. That's the reality of the situation,
I
right?
think that is to be fair. That's true. To answer
the other thing is, you've got a Bible. You've got a Bible on your shelf. Yeah, you can't see it in this shot here, but normally you have a Bible. Yeah, you have a Bible on your shelf, right? Again,
that's right. You got the armor of God.
Exactly.
Always have to wear it. Amen.
The enemy doesn't want the Bible being seen on the channels either.
Maybe that's why.
I tell you. Listen, nothing would shock me with these. We're fighting against evil. We've got to understand. We've got to understand.
Yeah.
Like, the more I see of the left, the more I see of the left, they are satanic. They are evil. They are dark. They look at what they've just done to Charlie Kirk. Right? Charlie Kirk was a man that only did good. He was peaceful. He was loving. He was kind. He was generous. He went and reached out the hand of friendship to his enemies. He literally did what the Bible said. He loved his enemies, and he got a bullet in the neck for it, and not just that, then he was mocked and despised. And that's just like Christ. He was mocked in his death,
That's right.
So,
Richard, can I ask Barker a couple of questions?
Of course, blast away, mate. Yeah.
Mate, I've followed you pretty much since the day you started, really.
I'm going to get a drink.
I've been watching quite a bit of you recently, and watching how you sort of, I don't know if you'd agree on it, but you've kind of grown into this. You felt your way in, and you're a lot more organised, a lot more professional than perhaps when you first started. Where do you see yourself taking the channel now? Because your voice, I personally feel, and I'm not just saying this because you're on the channel right now. As I say, I've been leaving you messages recently because I've been keeping my eye on what you've been up to. Where do you see yourself going? Because I think your voice is going to grow into something that's going to be really important for us, really important.
Do you mean that politically, or you mean that in the media sense? Like,
well, both, mate, both potentially.
I've not looked into politically, which side and stuff, but you probably know where I lean. But media side, we want to build the biggest broadcasting television in the world, in the country first. We want to compete with the BBC. We want to compete with the GB News. That's what we're doing. We're gonna get more people in very soon, and we want to do it locally. We want to start a radio show. I would like more radio stuff. You can see the way I do my stuff. It's more like radio. It's more like Alex Jones type of stuff. He's a big inspiration of mine. So that's on the media side. We want to do heavy work on that, and we want to have reporters across the country, whichever protest that breaks out. I want a reporter to be there to give unbiased reporting, and we want to launch soon. We meant to launch it this year, but we did a lot of investment to it. But since YouTube demonetized the channel, we were doing like all the thing that we had to fire 2 guys because we wasn't making any money. But now that YouTube has brought that back, and through the businesses that I run, we're able to invest more, knowing that we might make it back again. Before, it was zero. Like, whatever investment we put in, zero. All the traveling, all the protests that we went to, we made £0 coming. It was more about passion, because I love being on camera. I was on camera since I was 14, so being on camera is always my thing. I started doing this. I wasn't making money when I was doing this. Money came, then they took it away. I kept on going, 7 videos a day, nothing changed. So you can tell that the camera stuff will grow bigger. But politically, I'm not sure yet. I don't know where I am, but I don't mind pushing the right people to people who have the power to vote.
I think you're an inspiration to other young people out there that often say to me,
thank you so much.
Well, no, look, listen, mate, you're trying, you're a grafter, you're getting into it, you're working hard, often without pay, and you say it's from a passion. And I've always said that, the best businesses, they're built on passion. If you're passionate about what you're doing, it makes going to work a whole lot more easier.
That's right.
And so anyone out there that's thinking, oh, you know, I want to start a YouTube channel, I'd love to do what Baraka does or what Paul does or what Richard does, you know, look, give it a go, you know, and I love what you're doing, and more power to you, my friend. I mean, I really mean that.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
And Richard, you know, as I say, I'm not just saying it because he's on right now, but this guy has been amazing since day one for me.
Oh, you're flattering me.
No, mate.
Thank you so much, Paul.
You put your cards on the table.
Yeah.
You stood by the people that are going to stand by you. You saw through all the bullshit, and you've not changed your mind, and you've not doubted yourself, or you've not questioned your beliefs, and you've been there from day one, and you're still here, and like, all credit to you.
Yeah, appreciate you. I think the YouTube demonetization was more to test me, because I spoke to a lot of people when I was telling them what I was going through. They were like, hey, are you, like, some guys who are obviously a part of the right wing reporting and stuff, when I told them what I was going through, they couldn't believe, because they were thinking, hey, like, how, like, really, why are you still posting? You're wasting so much money. Because going to London, this March that just passed, the London March, going there, I had to get a team to come with me, and covering the expenses, I think it was like £300 just to go and come back with the team. And I'm thinking, fuck, all that just because I wanted to be there. So it costed more money to keep on going, and it made more sense logically to quit. But we kept on going. So when I tell people like what I was going through, they were like, yeah, I would be done. But you can tell their vision is different to mine, and they're doing it to pay their bills. That's different. But I'm doing it because I like to do it. So I can last longer in the game, and I think maybe that's why a lot of, you know, people in the chat and yourself have recognized that. So thank you so much for the recognition. It means a lot. Appreciate you.
No, and it's from the heart, brother. It's from the heart. We mean it.
Appreciate
Otherwise,
you.
I wouldn't say it. You know.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Yeah, I totally agree. And again, I mean, I think the reality is, this is not, if you're going to do something to make a lot of money, this is not the game to be in.
That's right. Definitely the wrong route.
You know, now, it's like to say, you're someone that's like, you know, I don't know. I think there are certain people that do it just to make money, right? But nobody's sitting on this panel tonight's like that. You know, at the end of the day, I know that Paul was making a lot more money before he started doing this. I was making, my goodness, I mean, like,
you told me, we did a podcast where, your businesses and all your stuff.
What I was trying to do was warn you about what was coming down the road for you, Barack. You know what I mean?
I wish I listened.
No, I know.
I wish I listened.
Let me tell you,
well, listen, you stick with it.
Life is fine. Do you know what? We've all got one thing in common when business goes downhill, right? And it's Richard Inman.
No, get it right. It's Tommy Robinson is the cause of all woes. Let's get it right. You know, it's like the negative Midas touch. You spend 10 minutes in the company of Tommy Robinson, and everybody's cancelling it. Oh, what? That's what it was like. That's what it was like when I first started hanging about with him. It was just like, it was like
everywhere.
Yeah, man. Business. I mean, I won really prominent business in the industry I'm in, and they sent me an email, and like they were very influential, and I've managed without them anyway, stuff them. But they sent me an email saying, unfortunately, we don't feel we can do business with you anymore because you don't share our values. I was thinking, I don't want little girls getting. Not going to say because I don't want to get all our channels very priced. I don't want little girls getting whatever has been happening to it, groomed, let's just put it that way. But this is ridiculous. We can't even use real words. And this is, do you know what? This is flipping. Let's call Google out, right? Because the censorship does not just come from government. It comes from the social media platforms as well. We should be able to use the R word about what's happened to the daughters of England, right? We should be able to use that open. The BBC can use it. GB News can use it. But try saying it on YouTube, bang, you're vaporized, right?
That's right.
But the reality is, I was thinking with this company, okay, so they're obviously quite happy for, teenage girls, whether they be white girls or Sikh girls, to be groomed by a certain demographic, right? So they must be happy with that. They must be happy with I don't know, teenage kids getting mutilated, been made to take drugs that cause them all sorts of hormonal problems and having parts of their anatomy chopped off. They must be happy with all that. They must be happy with having a system of diversity that discriminates against people because of the color of the skin, because that's what we've got now with the DEI nonsense. And
insane.
So when these lefty twats basically start cancelling us, do you know what? I wear it as a badge of honor now. If I get cancelled by someone, I say, do you know what? Thanks for that. I'll make sure that when everything comes out, that you will be named and shamed for what you've done.
That's right.
And that's it's just what we're up against. And but do you know what? We're on the winning side. We're on the right side of history.
On the winning side.
And
I mean, when you have companies, sorry, if
no, go on, Barker, go on.
When you have companies like Channel 4, God, you can tell what they've done. They've recognized that they've lost the game.
Yeah.
The moment they start trying to make the other person look like they're doing something wrong, you just know they've lost it. It's like they're trying to tell the referee, hey, referee, I won. No, keep playing because you're losing. That's what it is right now, because
it was the weakest. It was the weakest journalism. They went up to that guy, that auditor, right? And they went, "Oh, do you know that you filmed this leaflet?" He went, "No, because I film loads of stuff all day, every day. But if I did, I'm sorry." And that was it. That was the hit. That was their big hit. That was the big expose.
Well, I think she had it in her hand longer than he did.
Yeah, exactly. She gave it more public. I'd never even heard of that group. Channel 4 gave more publicity to that group than it would ever had. Yesterday. I mean, it's
exactly.
just
Well, I've got a little surprise. I've got a little surprise of my own for Channel 4 tomorrow morning. When I release my video in the morning, I've got an idea that everyone hopefully can get behind back, and I'm hoping the idea will spread. If Channel 4 want to declare war on us, well then, I think we should respond.
Yep.
That's right. I think they know they've lost the battle, because they posted that video. Within 3 hours, the video on YouTube had only 4K views. And AY Audit, we went live together yesterday.
Yeah.
And his live stream, within 16 minutes, had more views than the video that Channel 4 posted 3 hours ago. So you can just tell who's winning this battlefield. They know they have to share the marketplace with people like us, and they are terrified because they've lost the trust and the credibility.
Do you know what they are now? They are the pantomime villains.
Oh, no, they're not.
You're not going to get me on that one again, Richard.
Go on.
Oh, yes, they are.
That's right answer, Paul.
They are the villains. And
Paul, hold on. He's behind you.
All right.
Richard, you got to get a yellow dress with big red spots on it.
Yeah, that might look good.
I've got one.
Blonde wig.
I've got one. I've got all that.
It's almost Halloween as well, so I'm sure it's going to look very well.
That's just for my Saturday nights.
I thought Richard had already dressed up for Halloween. I was going to catch a bit early, Richard.
I'm sure Richard looked good. The fans, the comments are going crazy for Richard. Of
course, they always do. They always do. Yeah. Everyone, I'm not even going to go there. Let's just stop that. Draw a line quick.
I've got one more for you, Rich. Whilst we're giving you a good hammering, I've got one more for you, brother.
It's all over again.
If you don't shave between now and Christmas, I reckon you're going to be a dead ringer for Uncle Albert. All you need is a cap.
I thought you were going to say Santa Claus, mate.
Santa Claus, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that's where we're going, but it seems like something else.
I was channeling my Dickie Attenborough.
Okay, you lost me there.
Dickie Attenborough, mate.
Oh no,
Miracle on 32nd Street or whatever it was.
You lost me there. I don't know what this is, guys. I'm only 24, so I'm not sure what conversation we're having here.
It's an age thing. It's an age thing. Don't worry, mate.
And Paul's that old, he's forgotten. That's the problem Paul's got. Paul, I was about Miracle in 32nd Street, or Paul's still in Jurassic Park. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, man. He's an old dinosaur then, I guess.
You got it.
That's right.
My next birthday. Can you believe my next birthday? I'll be 65. Where has the years gone?
Man, you look good for 65.
65. You're good, Paul. You're good. 65.
No, you look really strong for a 65-year-old. I don't know whatever you're eating. Keep eating it. Really good.
Greg,
The last time I met you, I think
Bracker,
it was
listen,
20.
listen, Bracker, listen. Don't tell anyone else. No one else can listen. No one else can hear this. He's 75, mate.
For real?
Honestly.
Nah, I don't think so. Because last year,
McDonald's. That's the diet. 20 fags a day in McDonald's.
but you look good. You look good. The comments are
Thank
saying
you,
I'm
mate.
the oldest one in the chat.
No,
What?
no stress. No stress.
But yeah, is so Paul. The last time I spoke to you, you mentioned that you're ready to run for. You gave us a little sneak peek that you're gonna be running for parliament. I mean, it's been a year now. I think so. I believe it's been a exact year. Where are we on that? Are we still on that mission? Could
Well,
you
the
tell
big
us more? I'm
problem that
sure the
I
viewers
got at
would
the
want to know.
moment, yeah, the big problem I got at the moment is obviously I'm living in Spain. Having
Mm,
said that, if Ben Habib, I'm now obviously a member of Advance,
oh,
a
sick.
very proud member. If Ben was to potentially ask me to consider that, I would seriously consider it. But I'd need to come home. I'd need assurances from the authorities that they're not going to persecute me and just basically target me for my views. And if that is the case, then I'll be more than happy to do so. I would love to. I'd be very proud to represent our people in the big house. Years ago, I would have thought, don't be stupid, someone like you with your accent that looks like you in Parliament. But when I see Angela Rayner as Deputy PM
You don't like the
and
Mancunian accent, no?
and David Lammy as our Deputy
Oh
PM, I
God,
reckon I could be President of the US.
that's right. That's right. Only right.
So,
Only right. So you're giving it a go with Benabeeb and Advanced UK.
yeah, I mean, obviously I'm a member, I'm on the college, and I would say that, I would only consider standing or running for Parliament if I was asked to by the party.
Mm.
If they did ask me, then I would very seriously consider it.
Oh, sick. So it's all up to the party right now. Then.
Yeah, it's up. I mean, if they had a better candidate, then I would happily stand aside. It's not something that is a massive ambition of mine. I think the best politicians don't particularly want to be politicians.
That's right. If they want to be politicians, you have to don't vote for them.
Yeah,
You because the ones who wants the power so bad will not want to get out. And that's what we see here with this technocrat machine that they've launched, where they want to keep the power
absolutely.
to themselves. So, they want to have a hold grip of it. That's that's pretty sick. That's really good. The fact that we can get a guy like you in Parliament, I'm sure you're gonna be so effective.
Well, it will be a long journey. Make no mistake. I mean, first of all, I'd
Yeah,
have to win,
yeah. You have to be
and
ready for the media as well.
you have to be ready. But I think the public now, whereas in years gone by, they would have looked at people like me with my accent and gone, "Nah, he's not for us." I think people are able to look past that a little bit more now.
Yeah, true.
And the one thing that I would love to do if I was to ever be elected in any position like that, the one thing that I would love to do is to show everyone that actually you can care about other people and you can make a difference, but only if you really want to.
Yeah, it's all about want, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because
If you don't want to make a difference, if you're in this for yourself, if you're in this for your own pocket, and you're in this for your own, jobs for the boys, jobs for your
yeah,
mates, etc. But I would be so determined for whichever region that I was in. I would be so determined to work for everyone that lived in that ward, in that particular um, constituency,
mm,
and show them what a good politician can do given the chance.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that should be a challenge that every single MP in the House should be ready and willing and wanting to take up. What difference can I make for my people? What can I do for them? And when I say
Mhm.
my people, I'm talking about every single person, race, religion, colour, that lives in that constituency. If there is divide within that constituency, let's get the people in and try and get that divide sorted out. Let's try
That's
and
right.
get people together. Let's try and find out why communities are not talking,
Mm-hmm.
and let's try and make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I agree with all. I think what we've got to look at next, as a movement, and is the Mayor of London. I think we've got to, what we've got to try and do. Yeah, I think, you know, I met Aunt Middleton on Saturday the 13th.
What do you think of him?
Oh man, I tell you what. Now it's like anything. Until you meet, so I don't judge anyone before I meet them. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, his military career absolutely outstanding. His TV shows, some of those TV shows he did, he put his life in danger even doing TV shows. I mean, you know, but you just never know what someone's like until you sit with him. You think is he going to be a bit arrogant? Is he going to be a bit sort of up himself?
Mm-hmm.
Very, very humble guy.
Oh yeah.
Massive amounts of emotional intelligence. He would sit down, Bracker, right, and he would be talking, and as people were talking to him, he would be quiet. Now, like, this guy's, you know, obviously ex-SBS, special forces guy, been there, done it, worn the t-shirt. To me, you know, like, you know, I've been in the military, but I mean, it's like the GM Vauxhall Conference League as opposed to like Man United. You know what I mean? That's the sort of, and I'm just being honest. I'm just, yeah,
not much of a difference these days.
Not much of a, well, that's true. That's okay. Let's not Man United, Liverpool. Let's say okay. Let's say Liverpool, but
let's say
not Fulham. And not but we'll not mention Borough. But but no, I mean, in all seriousness, I sat with him and there was a group of us, and every time someone was chatting, he didn't interrupt. He didn't look away. He engaged with them. This is what really impressed me about him. He engaged with them. He looked them in the eye. He listened to what they said, and he responded. In other words, he had the emotional intelligence. These are just like, don't get me wrong. I mean, we're talking. I think Lawrence was there. You know, Sargon was there. There were people who were very influential in our movement. But at the same time, you know, he paid attention to what everybody was saying, and what, you know, people that were just, you know, didn't have any profile. He paid attention to them and gave them their place. And I thought, well, that's extremely impressive, right? So then, it's a mutual friend, and I thought, I actually want to have a chat with Ant, you know, about what he's doing with the mayoral campaign. You know, I've no extra grind. I'm not in London. There's very little I can actually do, but myself and my friend basically said to him, look, anything we can do to help, we will help. But can we, you know, we had, and chatted to him probably for about half an hour. And again, man, he is just a very, very humble guy. He knows what he wants to do. All his views would align with our views. He's not motivated by anything far right or anything extreme, and he's not an establishment figure, right? He's one of us as far as I can see. And so my recommendation to anybody that's in London, he will stand. He said he's going to stand. He's already publicly said that. When he starts campaigning, get behind him. And what I think would be really interesting, I mean, he's a Christian guy as well. And what I think would be really interesting is the black churches in London and the black Christians in London.
Yeah, we got to get the Christians out there, man.
Yeah. And if they got behind him, you know, and probably the Sikh community, I believe there's inroads there in the Jewish community as well. So there's a lot of communities that would probably be neutral or supporting Khan at the minute. If they came across to Ant, and I think he could win them over on the fact that he's going to be very, very tough on knife crime. He's going to look at all the.
I think if he tackles knife crime, because I know a lot of black mothers, aunties, sisters who are watching. I know you guys are probably terrifying every time your son leaves the house because you don't know which news you might receive. And I know how terrifying it is because I see my mom look, you know, I lost my big brother 2023.
To knife crime?
August. No, not knife crime.
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah.
It was, you know, just crazy death.
Yeah.
It's too much detail. It gets me angry. Seeing a mother losing a son is like, it's the worst pain ever. And it's terrifying.
Yeah.
And London right now is a place where that is common. So if he appeals to to knife crime and try to fix that, I think he's gonna win the black parents. That's gonna be easy for him if he does that, of course. Because according to Sadiq Khan, London is perfectly fine, right? So
yeah. Well, this is
you know
the thing.
what? Do you know what, Barker? That's what really pisses me off, right? You get people like Sadiq Khan, virtual signaling, telling how everyone now, we are the party of diversity and we've got your backs and all that. Do you know what?
yeah,
What a load of bullshit. I tell you, people like us, what you've just said there about black mums, I so resonate with that. My heart bleeds for those parents when their children leave wherever they live. They don't know if they're going to come home that night. We
that's
got to
right.
protect those kids. We got to protect those parents. And I believe that people like Anne will get this problem sorted out.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing about Ant Middleton and his campaign. What has to happen is the Conservative Party have to stand down and Reform have to stand down, right? Now, this happened in
Too
my
much
local...
to ask there.
Well, it might not be. This happened in my local constituency. We have a unionist politician, friend of mine, and he stood, and in his campaign, all the unionist parties, apart from one, stood down. And the one guy that did stand, another friend of mine, actually, Tim Collins, who was CO of the Royal Irish Regiment during the Iraq War, he stood, and I said to him, I says, look, I says, you're not going to win. I says, all you're going to do is you're going to cost Alex votes and potentially let the Liberals and the equivalent of the Alliance Party in through the back door, and that had been a disaster for our... So the truth of the matter is, if the Conservative Party and Reform and all the other right-wing parties said, actually, we're not going to stand, we're going to give Ant Middleton a free rein, then I think he would stand a very, very good chance, because Khan is despised by the white British population of London. And this isn't a racist thing, it's a cultural thing. They absolutely despise Sadiq Khan. Now, Sean Bailey could have won if he'd have been a bit more switched on. Sean Bailey is the black guy that stood for the Conservatives.
I think there's
he lost. Yeah, he lost it. He'll not do it now. But I think Ant Middleton could 100% win in London if he gets... I think if he gets the black churches involved on the issues of knife crime, on the issues of decent morality and standing up for Christians and Christianity and Christian culture, I think he could win that community over. But again, there's a lot of work needs to be done on the ground to let people know exactly who he is and what he stands for. Because the mainstream media will be demonizing him and slagging him off left, right, and centre. Yeah. And the deep state's obviously just got to Paul. He's disappeared. We thought you'd been got up there, Paul.
No,
you know what?
I thought he was putting already in the digital gulag.
Yeah, that's it. No, do you know what it was? Paul said earlier on. He said, "Oh, he says they can't get me." He says, "I'm in Spain. They can't get me." Do you know what they'll have? They'll have some guy with a little poison tip umbrella in Benidorm. Do you remember the Bulgarian with the poison tip umbrella?
By the way,
you never see them coming.
You never see them coming.
Knows, I did not say that. I don't want anyone setting a challenge out. I didn't say they can't get. They bloody could if they wanted to. By the way, I had a friend who I haven't spoken to for about 2 years. He's Romanian. He lives in Romania. And he messaged me for the first time I've heard from him in 2 years. He messaged me yesterday and he just said, "Hey, bro, what the hell is happening back in the UK?" The news spreads fast.
Yeah, it spreads. And I think a lot of people who, they see what's going on in the UK, that some are laughing and some are like devastated to see how much the UK contributed to the world, and they're seeing it decaying, and not because we're incompetent and the people are just lazy and we can't do anything and we don't know what's going on. No, it's because the politicians are choosing to go this way.
Yep.
And that's the problem that needs fixing ASAP before it's too late. Now, once they got this, they got this digital ID now, they're calling it BRICS card. And the reason is because the illegal migrants. I don't know how that will fix anything, because we already have national insurance. I mean, that should fix everything. But no.
It's in. I mean, they must. There's a saying in Northern Ireland. They must think we've come down the lagging in a bubble. And that's exactly what they must think. They must think we are absolutely, zipped up the back. They must think we're complete lunatics that don't have
what
any
I want to
idea what's
know
going on.
is a question, right? And this is really important going forward as well. Is they have no mandate for this.
No,
This was not in their manifesto.
Nope.
no.
Right. So
They just brought it
at the
up.
end of the day, if they suddenly decided to bring out a law tomorrow that says we've all got around naked, do we all just have to comply?
I guess so. I guess.
Surely
You
things like this need the public's permission.
Because nobody voted for this.
Listen. All he needs is to be the Chinese Communist Party telling him exactly what to do, and he just does it. That's the bottom line. That's
They're heavily invested in Britain as well. The fact that they're trying to build
the biggest embassy in the world. Yeah.
Why Chinese? Why is China building it here? Like they should be something that they have planned somewhere else.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's like we are becoming a little African type of country to China, where they can easily just come and be like, "Hey, we're gonna invest here."
Yeah.
And they're investing to basically just get more control. Because once they build this embassy, because what that means is they have a part of a little country within Britain.
Yep.
The criminals can hide in there, just like we can use the example of Assange when he hid in the embassy.
Yeah.
That's how much power an embassy has. If China builds a massive, huge embassy that goes underground, what's the chances that they can't have all these spying network going out there? Because there's a report that they built an embassy in Africa.
Yep.
In I believe in 2007. I don't know which country, but they do all these investment, right? And they invest over there. And in 2021, the African people figure out that the whole time China was surveilling on them. Every single laptop that entered the embassy or the building, they were taking data and they were just maximizing every single thing. So China knew what the African people were talking about, what the leader were doing, and they knew all this thing. And good to say, now they're going to build it here. What's the chances that they won't do it here?
Well, I mean,
it makes no sense.
The reality is we're owned by these foreign powers. I mean, that's the truth. The Chinese, the Qataris, the Saudis, there's the Pakistan. Pakistan is colonizing the United Kingdom.
Here's the thing, right? Anyone out there that isn't quite getting this digital ID thing, I think I can sum it up in one short explanation. You know how companies like Experian work?
Yep.
Where they will decide whether your credit history is good enough for you to be able to afford a mortgage, or even whether you can afford to have a mobile phone telephone contract.
Yeah,
that's right.
These digital IDs will be at companies like Experian on steroids.
Heavy.
Yep.
And they will know every single thing that you do, where you do it, how you earn your money, where you spend it, what you spend it on. And anything they don't like, they will be able to control or fine you for.
Yep.
So if you put the rubbish out too many times in 1 week, I mean, I'm not sure how they do it with a digital ID, but you get the example, right? If anything you do too many times in a month, if you're smoking too much, if you buy more than one bottle of wine a day, they can stop it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
you will be gone.
I'm just thinking when it comes to buying bottles of wine and that sort of stuff every day, they've got the mechanism there in most people's houses anyway to stop you buying more than one bottle of wine a day. That's called your wife.
No,
all right, maybe you've not had enough drinking lately. Like is that why? but you are right though, Paul. They already have it because they're implementing this 15-minute C, and the reason why they're gonna get the 15-minute C because they will get the cars. You'll be able to drive electrical cars, and they will be controlling where it goes. And they're setting up all these cameras everywhere. Almost every single lamppost has a camera now, where it can see and detect and count how many people are around that area. And they recognize you. And the cameras obviously is, they got this AI. Somehow AI is everywhere now. Can count and recognize that you live there, and somehow if you're not there anymore, the camera will know, oh, this guy is not here, he's not, he's not here today. And to talk about also obviously about the house thing, I'm not saying the wife stuff, but they have this thing where you see when we're talking here, if I was to talk about, like recently I've been talking about upgrading the system, getting the new MacBook and stuff. Now when I go on Amazon, the first thing that's greeting me is MacBook and all these sound system. I didn't even type anything. And I'm thinking, hey, I didn't even type anything. I didn't tell nobody, but somehow the laptop already know what I'm looking for. Why? Because the laptop is listening.
Yep,
the phone,
absolutely.
It never goes off, even if you turn it off. Why do you think they're able to give us an alarm, an alert, even though we didn't tell them we have our phone with us?
Yeah.
But the alert can come through. So wherever I'm saying right now, this thing is recording.
Absolutely.
And iPhone, when you read all these iPhone manufacturing stuff, it is a long PDF. Most people don't read it. iPhone is designed to take a picture of your face every 5 seconds. So as you're on it, it takes a picture every single 5 seconds. So whatever you're watching is recorded, and whatever you're reacting to, whatever your reaction is to what you're watching, is also recorded.
Yeah.
So they have all this. Now they're gonna get your ID. It just goes even worse. And your lights, they got this. It goes all the way like they got all these things in the lights where the light can record what's going on, your audio, and all your behavior in the house. So it is 1984 full on. I think this makes George Orwell look like a baby. This is like a total crazy technocrat machine to the max. And China will be here to build a big embassy to control it all.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Well, this is the
insane.
thing. And I think this is why we have to have a complete political revolution. I mean, peaceful, democratically. We need to get rid of these people. And then we need to look into their connections. And we look at what's just happened to Nicolas Sarkozy, just been sentenced to five years in prison. So Keir Starmer, I know you're not watching this, but some of his minions and spies probably will be watching this. You may well see the inside of a jail if we get power, because we'll find out if there's any corruption. And the judiciary won't be your mates anymore, because they'll all be sacked, and a lot of them will be in prison too. Because I think there's been treason going on. I think there's been a lot of pandering to the Qataris, a lot of pandering to the Saudis, a lot of pandering to the Chinese, a lot of pandering to the Pakistani government. And that all has to change. And basically, British values, British interests, and the British public need to be put first. Not kids that have had dreadful things happen to them in Gaza. Do you know what? There's a country just over the other side of Israel called Jordan. Ethnically, genetically, religiously, they're Palestinian, right? Why can't they actually drop the kids that are being injured into some of the hospitals in Jordan? Why are they being flown over to the UK with their family members? It's pure virtue signaling by Keir Starmer, and it's done to win and shore up that one demographic that I don't want to vaporize anyone's channel that's coming on here tonight, but that's why it's been done, to shore up that vote, so that at the next election, he can be sure of getting that vote. But I think, I just hope that Jeremy Corbyn's new party is an absolutely roaring success, and it splits the Labour vote right down the middle, because that's the best favour that we could have done for us. I think the whole thing's ridiculous. 2.5 trillion bill for the recognition of the Palestinian state. The Palestinian state are looking for reparations, right? Yeah. Now that what I'm even saying, it's not even a state; it's just a pile of rubble. It's a pile of rubble with a whole lot of tunnels underneath it. You know what I mean? Right. And now, man.
What goes to say that because if let's say they fight it and they actually get a sign that they might get it, what goes to say other countries will follow suit? What goes to say that India might come around and be like, hey, you own us this? What goes to say about Pakistani might come around? Hey, Pakistani likes the money. They want to get another bomb.
Absolutely.
So what goes to say all these other countries that might come around and be like, hey, you own us this? Even Australia might come around and be like, hey, we want something as well. So that sets a crazy precedent. And that needs to, obviously, whoever's in charge of proceeding this, they need to tread carefully, because it will destroy the people who are living here.
Totally. let me cut across Ricky's song, UTKsong.com. He's at number 2 in the download charts. This is Ricky Doolan. He's at number 2 in the download charts at the minute. Hit that link.
To number 1.
Let's get him number 1. It's 54 pence to download that single. The money's all going to the veterans charities. As long as I'm included in that veterans charities, I'm quite happy. But the money's all going to a good cause. So you know, this is not a grift. This is all going to a good cause. So get on, download that song, 54p. When the Men of England goes up, it's going to be 98p, and all the money from the Men of England is going to go to a very, very good cause.
I got it here. I actually have the song with me here. I don't know if
you got it. Can we play it? Let's do it. Can we get it up?
Yeah, let's see. Let me know if you can hear
play this.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Good.
Turn it up there, Baraka. Lost it, man. Lost it.
Let me know when to stop, yeah?
Can't really hear it, mate.
Wave your flag and show your pride. From all four corners, hear the call. This land is ours, we must stand tall. Come on, stand side by side. It's time to stand, we must not hide. Raise your banners, raise your call. Free speech lives for one and all. Come on, be freedom's drum. Unite the kingdom, the time has come. From New York streets to Canadian plains, the struggle shared, the fight remains. One voice, one truth across the land. A world of patriots making a stand. Come on, stand side by side. It's time to stand, we must not hide. Raise your banners, raise your call. Free speech lives for one and all. Come on, be freedom's drum. Unite the kingdom, the time has come.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Richard, I gotta say,
It's freaking good.
I like yours better.
Mine's way better. Oh no, no. Listen, I mean, you know. But here's the thing. I want this song here, "Unite the Kingdom" song, to be number 1, right? I want it to be. My song is better, you know. And I'm going to say that because I wrote it, so of course it's better. But
You know the problem is, Rich. You know the problem is that Ricky Doolan has much more of a face for Top of the Pops. I'm afraid.
That's right. It's done.
What you mean, like Jimmy Savile and? I was gonna say Paul Gambaccini, but I could have got sued for that, so I didn't say it. But no, listen. The bottom line is get that song to number 1. We want that song, and then next week or the week after, my song is going to get released in the next few weeks. It's with the. It's with.
A song?
Yeah, of course I made a song.
You ever heard of go with RCA or some big record labels?
No, it's going to be with Plastic Head, which is a punk record label, and it's going to be out. Hey, I'll send you it. In fact, do you know what? Well, should we play it? Hold on.
Play it, Rich.
Talk among yourselves, boys. Paul, Baraka, you have a conversation. I'm going to go and get into my record collection and find where are the Men of England. I need to find some glasses, actually. I was looking for.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to see Richard's record collection. Who's in there?
Who's in there? How far does it go?
Listen, you don't want to know. It's dark, mate. Leonard Cohen, Nick Cave. Right, let's have a look. Okay.
Chaz and Dave.
Chaz and Dave, yeah. The Bee Gees.
I like a bit of Bee Gees. Nothing wrong with a bit of Bee Gees.
That's because you always had night fever, mate, after what you were up to.
Yeah.
Let me join the chat as well.
What's going on in the chat, Rich? I can't see any chat tonight because I'm on my phone.
I can't listen. I'm looking for this. This record. So you just chat amongst yourselves there, boys, while I find this.
All right, guys. If you're watching this from home, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Richard channel. It's not the Baraka show. This is Richard Human. If
Baraka,
you are,
have you set up membership on your channel yet?
no, we literally just got it back. I've not set up the membership stuff, but we
So
got
if I-
Patreon.
If I can make a suggestion to you, set up a membership, set up memberships, and even if you start at just £1 a month, if everyone can, you know, sign up as a member to your channel, 25p a week, help the lad out, you know.
Yeah, sick. Let me get.
Here we go, guys.
Oh, go on.
Here
You
we
got
go.
it. Okay, go on. We can't hear it.
Where are the men of England, those heroes brave and bold? Where are the men who bled and died in foreign wars untold? The men who conquered all and stood for faith and love. The men who looked to guidance from the Father up above. Where are the men of England, the heroes brave and bold? The men who stood for faith and truth, whose honor wasn't sold. Where were the men of England when abusers so depraved took the daughters of our nation who forever they enslaved? What of the men of England that looked the other way? They took the country shilling, they never made their play. Where are the men of England, the heroes brave and bold? The men who stood for faith and truth, whose honor wasn't sold. The vile police and vice squad, they all seemed quite amused, as at the hands of groomers our daughters were abused. The politicians blamed the lads who stood up one and all. Most of all, they blamed the one who always took the fall. Where are the men of England, the heroes brave and bold? The men who stood for faith and truth, whose honor wasn't sold. Where are you, men of England? For now we all must stand. The future of our children is still within your hand. The future not yet written for this green and pleasant land. Where are you, men of England, the heroes brave and bold? The men who stood for faith and truth, whose honor wasn't sold. Where are the men of England, the heroes brave and bold? The men who stood for faith and truth, whose honor wasn't sold. Where are you, men of England? For now we all must stand. The future of our children is still within your hand. Where are you, men of England? For now we all must stand. The future of our children is still within your hand. The future not yet written for this green and pleasant land. Where are you, men of England, the heroes brave and bold? The men who stood for faith and truth, whose honor wasn't sold. Where are you, men of England? For now we all must stand. The future of our children is still within.
This morning, my friends, I asked a question. This morning. I said, where are the men of England? You're here! You're here! You're here!
Amazing. I can't hear you, Richard.
Everyone here? We're all back. We're all back in the
Yeah,
room.
all back.
I just got carried away with that song, but no, that song seriously, it's going to get released. It's and it is. You will be able to download it. It will be 99p. I'll be getting all the money myself. It's going to this veterans charity. But let's get that one to number one as well. It'd be great.
No,
I mean,
that song
just
is good.
of course it is, mate. It's
good.
absolutely epic.
The words are poetry.
Well, I mean, I wrote the words. I mean, obviously, listen, it's an AI, it's AI music and singing, right? But I wrote the words and played about with a tune for about I don't know how many days. There's loads of different versions of it.
Couldn't you credit me, Rich? Couldn't you credit me with the singing?
Can if you want, Paul. Do you know what we should actually do? I'm going to be a bit like Johnny Rotten. I'm going to go and take singing lessons for about a week, and then.
Is that what you need? Is that how long you need?
I think I could sing in a week. I think if I had the right tuition, I could sing in a week. I've got the right sort. Be a bit like a cross between Johnny Cash and John Lydon. Do you know what I mean? I think I could do it.
No, that's sick. Now that's pretty cool. If you have the confidence that you can go for 1 week and be compared to those guys, then that's pretty cool.
Well, those guys
maybe one day is good.
Guys can't sing, Baraka. That's the whole point. That's the irony. They can't sing.
But it is a good song. That song is touching.
It's all about words. I mean,
to wake up. So
see, with me with music, it's all about words. And it's all about it's all about the lyrics, and that just it's one of those one-off things. It just comes to you. But let's see what happens. We'll get it released, and we'll see what happens. If people want to buy it and download it, let's get it up the charts. Because can you imagine, we need to get Ricky's to number one. Look, no doubt about it. Ricky's song. Please go on. You've seen the link. The link's in the description. Go on and get Ricky's song.
And he's a top lad as well.
He's a top lad.
Ricky's a good guy.
He's a good guy, and that's a good song. I like it. I like Ricky's song. But let's get that to number one first. Then let's get mine to number one. There's another one that Tommy put out with the whatchamacallit, the video of the march, which I don't know who wrote that one, but that's a great song as well. So there's a lot of good creative stuff coming out of this. And
I think we should do, Rich. We should actually consider starting up a boy band.
Well,
do you think? Do you have enough time for that?
Rich, you do slightly resemble Gary Barlow in his days.
Paul, what I was going to say, I'll be Simon Cowell, you can be Louis Walsh, Baraka can be...
Oh, no, please. Singing? I don't mind getting on a guitar.
I think we'd have to be the managers, Paul. So look, you can be Louis Walsh, I'll be Simon Cowell. Baraka, you can be the new Prince. You can be singing Purple Rain. Prince. Yeah.
Wow.
We could be called
no way you actually compare me to Prince.
The Sanadian Swingers.
What, Prince? That's the top guy there, but yeah. Flattering. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Listen, there's one thing about us. We're certainly not bereft of ideas, and we're always trying. Guys, can I ask you to do something, right? There was and Eddie Lee put this in the comments way earlier on. I'm just going to read this. Best to phase out our image channel as more people viewing there and no option to do super chat. Push all the counter media. Now, I'm going to keep the Richard Inman channel going because a lot of people follow that channel. But what I would like people to do is switch across to counter media, and for two reasons. One, if you want to do a super chat, that's great. I mean, obviously, all the support that's been coming, from people in the chats has been massively appreciated. But we want to get that channel up to a big, strong channel so that we're getting revenue from the actual adverts that are getting played in the channel itself. Because again, like Paul was saying, like Baraka was saying, if we do manage to get our channels to that stage, then it makes it a lot easier to do more good quality content. And that's what we want to do.
That's right.
Because we want to win this, and we want to win it. The game's rigged against us. So the only way we can do that is by people jumping on the channel and subscribing, because as Fastjet Tim always says, YouTube aren't going to do me any favors. So the only way we can do it is by getting people across from Richard Inman onto Counter Media. But keep subscribed to Richard Inman, because I put different content out on both channels.
Do you know what, Rich? I think our biggest job right now, sorry, Baraka, cutting across to there, mate. I think our biggest job right now is, yes, we want to win back our country. Of course we do, and that is our main ambition. But also, I think the big job that we do, and is very important, is keeping a community sane, giving people an outlet. letting them know they're not on their own in this. That if they're feeling frustrated, if they're feeling angry, if they're feeling like the world's gone mad, then it's not them that's gone mad, it's the world that's gone mad.
That's right.
Absolutely 100%. And,
Yeah.
you know, I think, I mean, that's what we're doing when we're doing our demos, whether it's in London or whether it's, you know, I do a demo every single week in my hometown in Bangor. And we've got a little community there. We've got a little core of about 100 people that go down there every week, and we're building community. And that's really important. Now, Northern Ireland's always had community, right? There's always been close-knit families and a close-knit community in the town where I live and all over the country. But it's embedding that and keeping that thriving and keeping that going, because it'll die out. And in England, what needs to happen is new communities need to be built, and they need to be built on what you said, Paul. And you know, I keep repeating this over and over again because it's such a great saying. What we want is people that are red, white, and blue in their heart. Skin color doesn't matter.
That's right.
What background they come from doesn't matter. But people that are proud to be British. And this is what those numpties, in fact, they're not even numpties. They're evil, dark-hearted, wicked people in government. Keir Starmer, all these little minions that were attacking the Unite the Kingdom rally. Nick Lowles, I saw him. Do you know what? They're terrified. Do you know what? The left are absolutely terrified of Unite the Kingdom. And
scared.
What they don't realize is that we're bringing people together of all cultures, all backgrounds. You know, we'd Muslims there, we'd Jewish people there, we'd people of every single different color, Sikhs, Christians, Hindus, all standing together because they love the country, right? And they're terrified by that, because what they want to do you know what? They do the opposite of what they say they want to do. They want to keep the black community in the black community. They want to keep the Jewish community with the Jewish community. They want to keep the Sikhs with the Sikhs. And they just want to smash the white people to bits, the working class white. Right. They just want to destroy us. And what we're doing is we're saying, no, we're not having any of that. We're bringing everyone together. And the far right hate us for it. The far right despise me and you, Paul, for what we're doing. They absolutely despise us. And we get more stick from the far right. Yeah, the real far right. You know,
yeah, I've seen some of them. I think those guys are like rage baiting, and I think Twitter has emboldened those guys to keep on going, because now Twitter lets them. I see people just making some vile comment, and he gets views. I'm thinking, he wants the reaction.
Yeah, but
that's what he likes. He likes people to react. And for some reason, there's over people in the chat also trying to capitalize on the views, and it makes no sense.
Well,
sadly, there's some people at home think that's the way it should go.
The bottom line is, you know, Paul knows my feeling on this. Let them say what they've got to say, because their arguments are stupid. Their arguments are completely empty and vacuous. Same as the far left. Same as the so-called centre ground. All of their arguments are flawed. You know, you look at net zero, you look at mass immigration, you look at open borders, everything that they say is completely flawed. Same as the far right, wanting some ethno state. It's never going to happen. You're never going to have an all-white Britain. And I have so many friends from different communities. I have a mixed race grandson. I'm not interested in a pure, you know, white Anglo-Saxon Britain. I'm quite happy with a Britain that's made up of people of all sorts of different colours. But what I don't want is people that hate Britain, that hate our country, that despise our way of life, despise Christianity, and want to destroy and take everything away. So skin colour is irrelevant.
You know, I'll go back to what I said right from the very first day. Ain't the colour of your skin, it's the colour of your heart.
Absolutely.
That's right.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And
going back to respond to the song there.
Yeah.
I think with the music is freaking sick, because a part of the black community, the reason why I think is, you know, we've sunk a little bit on that side, because the music the youth listen to is terrible. It invites those guys to do terrible stuff. I mean, I tried to address in my show on how the music in the black community is the problem, because the rappers that they listen to, the way they dress and what they say in their lyrics, is like, whoa, what the you know?
Yeah.
So, and I was looking for the book here. I don't know what the heck it is. I think it'll probably my little brother took it here. Sometimes I hate sharing books, but Aristotle once said that if you want to change the nation, just change the music that the nation listens to. That's it. And listening to the music that you've made yourself, and listen to obviously the music of, you know, Ricky Doolan.
Yeah.
It just because when you see the Bible here, when you see when the Bible says that, you know, it always has all these gospel songs because it produce you to get the results out of whatever you're trying to do, and it gets you in the state where you can perform. And I mean, you know, religiously you can perform, miracles can happen because you're in that state. And when you listen to a rapper talking about carrying a knife and carrying this, you also feel that demonic entity entering yourself, the evil principality that makes you feel like you can perform what the rapper is saying. And today's music happens to be preaching what we are, I might say, that we're all against. So if we want to change the nation, I mean, hey, let's change the music that the nation listens to. And
You know what?
I think we might get a little bit of a change.
Do you know what, Barker? When you look at the music that used to come out of America in the 70s, for example, all the soul singers and the Motown and, you know, the Stevie Wonders, the Diana Ross and the Supremes, and, you know, all the black groups that were coming out of of America in the 70s, the music was unbelievable. The lyrics were amazing. It was all about
Very
love.
poetic.
And yeah, it was poetic. It was about love and about beautiful things. Now look at it.
Yeah, now it's been known, apparently CIA and all the crazy institution that wants violence to keep the people, you know, fighting each other. They've invested billions and billions of pounds. That's what they did in what's the country? Bangladesh. How do you think the youth got involved motivated to go on top of their leader, which obviously they did? It's because the music, and it's being figured out that USAID ID was the one investing money into their rappers to make music that involve young these college guys to go and revolution, and that's what they did. And I think especially in the UK, if you was to play any sort of drills, man, just listen to the lyrics. It's insane, it's terrifying. And that's why we see colleges, like yesterday I reported a kid just whip out a long machete in a college.
Where's this, in England?
In England, yeah. This was Lymington, Spa College. I just whipped out the machete. The guy is 17 years old. He just whips out casually, whipping it out. And when you listen to the music that that is being produced outside, that's what they sing. Yeah, you know. And so I think
music has a massive effect on your psyche, and without a shadow of doubt. And a lot of those bands in the 70s, a lot of the Motown stuff, a lot of the soul music, I mean, that was coming out of gospel churches, black gospel churches. That's where, you know, Whitney, Aretha Franklin, they all learned to sing in the church. You know,
if you go on YouTube and type in Soul Train, from the 1970s, look at the audience, listen to the music, listen to the words. It is not just a different world; it's just a different
message.
A different message altogether. You know, the whole thing is just different. And that was a time for me, the 70s. The music in the 70s was just beautiful.
Sick. And those music was actually really cool until we get people who are paid to cause violence, who are paid to influence youth in a way where it doesn't benefit them. Like I try to focus on the black community more on that side, because that needs fixing with the knife crime, with the single parenthood. That for me, I despise that so bad. I need that changing. But the music drives it. And it's not good.
Of course it does. I mean, there was a move in the States, I don't know if it's still going on, about 10 years ago, where there was a lot of Christian rap music, and it was really good. It was really it was really good. It wasn't like, a lot of that sort of stuff is a bit cheesy, but it was really, really cool. It was really good stuff. I mean, I love music, but I mean, the reality is music, especially lyrics, can have a massive influence on people's minds. And, like you're seeing in the chat there, loads of people saying, look, that song, brings me to tears, that song. So music does absolutely affect people's emotions and the way they think, and it affects the psyche. And that's one of the reasons I actually wrote that, because I was thinking we need to redeem everything. We need to take everything back. We need to take the music back. We need to take
change.
Yeah, everything needs to change. I mean, when we talk about a cultural movement, it's not just about marching around London with 1 million people, even though that's an amazing thing.
Yeah.
Changing the culture means you change absolutely everything. You change what's on TV. That's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing on our YouTube channels. People, look, we've got 1,400 people watching us tonight. No doubt. Tusi had goodness knows how many thousands. Jeff Taylor was on tonight. Loads of people on tonight. Thousands of people all over the country tuning in and watching and commenting and interacting. You see, what they want to do is control this, because this terrifies them. Because not because we're doing anything evil, but because quite the opposite, we're doing good stuff, which is shining a spotlight.
We're doing their job for them. We're doing the job they should be doing.
Well, it's even worse than that, Paul. They are doing their job. They're doing their job extremely well, but the problem is we're now doing it better, because what we're doing is shining a light on the evil, shining a light in the darkness. So instead of people watching the trash reality TV shows that are on, they're coming in and tuning in and watching our stuff, right?
Yeah, I was saying, like, if we had the nation to love this, well, if we had the people to love this country and their children as much as they love their favorite sport team.
Yeah. Oh my
God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I mean, yeah. That, I mean,
God.
But
how lovely it will look.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. That is possible. That is possible.
I believe.
100% believe it. And this is the place we're at now. Like when I started doing this in 2017, you could not have had these conversations. You couldn't have talked about Christianity. You couldn't have talked about patriotism in the way we're talking about it now. You couldn't have talked about changing the culture, because people didn't really want the culture to change back then. But I think there's a massive appetite for everything changing, because everything is completely bro. I thought Paul had got mugged there. I thought he was tussling with it. I thought he was tussling with a burglar there for a minute. The light went up in the air. I was just expecting to hear some yelps. But I think we've got to realize
we need to push more Christianity, Christian music as well. We got to get the gospel out
100%.
100%. We need people turning up to churches, man. I just moved into moved into this place not long ago. Well, long. It's been almost 2 years now. It feels long now, but still new. Started going to the nearest church, because traveling back and forth in Manchester is like so long, trains back and forth. So I thought, okay, let me just go to the nearest church. And I'm hearing the folks telling me, hey, you are the youngest person in this church. Obviously, I noticed that, because the average age was like 50, 60. And they're saying we don't get new people. We only see people die and we lose people that way. We don't get new people. You are the youngest person that's ever attended this church the last few years. Yeah. And I'm thinking, what's going on? I mean, you guys got grandkids. How come they don't come? They're like, oh, it's very hard to get them here. I'm like, okay. And then because it's a big place, a lot of people travel a lot of the way to come here because their local church have closed, and this happens to be the nearest church because there's so many, there were so many churches, but it happened to be that it was maybe 3 people, 5 people, 10 people. So those churches closed. Now they all come to one church, which gets like 9 people in. Some days 20 max. Yeah. And I'm thinking, okay, we can turn up to our marches, we can turn up to a protest, raining or not, but we can't give 1 hour or 2 hours to sing grace. We can't give 1 hour to get connected to Jesus Christ. We can't get our kids to come to church. I mean, that's a problem within itself. We need to get the people back to Jesus Christ, and we need them to know that this is their way. And when they grew, because they're gonna go out there and have kids, they also need to know, all right, I grew up this way. My kids will also go to church. And I think we need to push that more. And I'm trying my best to do that at the show, but I'll need you guys your help as well. I mean, get your supporters to turn up on Sunday. Give it 1 hour. Listen to grace. Praise God.
That's what I've been pushing. Yep. I've been pushing that, Baraka. Yeah.
Rich, sorry, I'm going to have to dive in there, mate. I'm going to have to slide off, mate, because I'm
Okay.
absolutely knackered and I've got to be up
I
Yeah, me too,
early
man.
in the morning.
I forgot you're an hour ahead of us, Paul. So
Yeah.
if you want to dive out, mate, I'm just keep going here because unless you
Yeah.
want to shoot off Baraka, are you okay? Or are you going to
Just 5
fade on me
minutes,
as well?
5 minutes off. 5 minutes. Just the church thing. Let's
Right,
focus
Good
on
luck
Paul,
to everyone. I'll
take
see
it
you
easy,
soon,
Paul. See
yeah?
you soon. See you
Paul, I'll
soon.
reach out to you.
Adios.
I'll
Cheers,
reach out to
Barker.
you.
Yeah, anytime, brother. See
Get
you later.
Mrs. T with your Horlicks. I want you a mug of steaming hot Horlicks, Paul, and you've got to be wearing your slippers and your grander little cap with the bobble thing on it. Yeah, so
I'm off. See you later.
and you
boys.
check pajamas. Go on.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Boot him
Paul,
out. I'll boot him out.
Good night, Paul. Sleep well.
He was falling. The poor lad was falling asleep. He'll still be listening to us in the
asleep,
background.
yeah.
He was falling asleep. You know what I mean? So
Maybe that's why the phone fell off. It was falling
that's
asleep.
it. He kept nodding off. Bracky, you know what? You get to a certain age, you just keep nodding off, mate. Do you know what I mean? I know he can still hear me.
He's still in the studio, isn't it? No, at the back.
Oh, he's still in the studio. I don't know. He's kind of gone very still. So I hope he's all right.
Yeah, I hope so.
No, he's great.
Wait.
Listen, no. All joking aside, I mean, you know, Paul's absolutely fantastic, and I mean,
Yeah,
he
he
has done such a lot to help me and help other people that's come into this, you know, that's coming to doing YouTube videos in a big way. He's been really, really good, and he's just a real help to all of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's been.
I was going to say he's like the granddad of the movement, but that wouldn't be the right thing to say, would it?
Granddad. Who would you give that title to?
Paul.
Oh yeah.
No,
yeah. To address the viewers here, I just seen a lot of people saying that church. You know, Christ gave us the church, so where we can go and express our concerns and praise how gratefulness towards Him for dying on this, on the cross for us. That's why He gave us the church. And when He seen the church turning into a club, turning into a place where evil was invited, He turned it upside down. So if you are going to church right now and you seen, because I just seen a comment saying, hey, churches are pushing Christians away. Well, it's your time to turn things around in that building. It's your time to see whoever is coming to sell something, kick him away, because that's not the way. We go to church to praise God because we had 7 days. And now we're here to thank Him. And hopefully He can give us another 7 days.
Yeah.
So if you are not going to church because your pastor is somehow woke, find another church, or maybe kick him out because you are little G in this kingdom. He said He made man in His image. So that's why I'm addressing the people, because a lot of antichrist here in the comments. Just a quick address. I hope you don't mind.
No. I mean, most people that follow me in the comments, they know my position on it, and they know, we do a little Bible study every Sunday night, 10 o'clock. Well, normally half 10, about half 10 to midnight, and everybody knows where I stand on that. So if people are coming in there with antichrist comments, I can't see because I haven't got my glasses on, so I can't see what they're saying. But most people support exactly what we're saying. And if they don't, look, I mean, the bottom line is, it's freedom of speech. You can say what you want except on a Sunday night. What I won't have on a Sunday night is people coming on when we're doing a Bible study and blaspheming and mocking.
You do Bible study?
We do Bible study every Sunday night. We do it probably an hour. Last Saturday was quite short because I wasn't well and I was really quite tired. But yeah, we've been doing Bible study every week for the past sort of 2 months, and we normally get about 400 people on the channel.
Sick. That's good.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. I think. I'm gonna consider coming. Is this channel that you do it on?
Yeah, I do it on all three channels. Yeah. I do it on all three channels.
Oh,
so I do it on Twitter. I do it on the 2 YouTube channels. And again, it's just
Now
it's
it'll
just
be cool to join you guys.
yeah. Come on, what we'll do, we'll get you on, and we can interact. I'd like to get a pastor on because obviously at the minute I don't want to be the blind leading the blind. You know what I mean? But
no, it's all right. It's that's the way. That's the way it started. Because once we lost, once Jesus died, we had a woman who was not who went to preach that Christ has risen. So
yeah,
you're not blind.
yeah,
You are out here
absolutely,
preaching to everybody
absolutely,
that Christ has risen. And
Yeah.
maybe you can be the son, the lady who gave Jesus water.
Yeah,
She was blind and she was
Yep.
awake and she went out there and told the story. So yeah, I don't mind joining. We can be all blind and leading each other in the right way.
Yeah, no,
accidentally. Yeah.
Definitely come on, Bracket, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's
As long as long we have the Bible, the real Bible, I think we're never going the wrong way. So
no,
I'll be
no,
there. I'll be there.
exactly,
I'll make time for it.
exactly.
But it's been lovely talking to you.
No, likewise, Bracket. So
That's
so
why I
yeah,
wanted to come here. I've
Yeah.
not spoke to you guys for time.
no, it was good to see you, and we need to do more of this sort of stuff. I mean, the truth of the matter is, everybody's got a story to tell, and we need to keep building this community. And every single person that comes and watches these channels, every single person is important. Every single person is important.
That's right.
Everybody in the comments is important. Like I say, I can't see the comments tonight because I went in the house to get a glass of water and left my glasses in there. So I'm kind of, I am literally blind tonight. I'm not spiritually blind. I'm literally blind tonight. So, I've been putting some comments on the thing, and I'm kind of thinking, well, I know that person, so those comments are going to be all right. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to grab. There's one there. There we go. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There's a plug for your channel there. Yeah, follow Baraka. Let's get his. Have you monetized again? Baraka,
Yeah,
now,
just last week that they reinstated the channel after demonetizing us for 9 months.
Yeah,
they recognize that we're doing a good job. We know who they say that we are.
Yeah,
and they gave us the monetization back, but that was not going to change what we were doing anyway. We were doing the same thing for 9 months, so monetization is just more of like a encouragement, but we're still going.
Exactly. And I mean, at the end of the day, Rome wasn't built in a day either, Baraka. So
right.
you've got to just keep on going. I don't know who these.
It wasn't destroyed in one day as well. So.
Exactly. So it's we just keep going. Well, Baraka, thanks so much for coming
Thank you
on.
so much for inviting me.
I think you've upset Paul so much he'll never be back on my channel now, Baraka.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna have to give him a little call and
that's it. Give him a hug.
Nice
give him a hug.
Sleep. But yeah, he's a good guy. And it'd be cool to have you on the channel as well.
We'll do it.
Whenever
We'll do it.
We can do a podcast because all the podcasts that we've ever done, they were taken down. Literally, thousands of videos were taken down.
Wow.
You think it's basically we started again.
Yeah.
On a channel that has subscribers. That's it.
Yeah.
They deleted everything. It was crazy.
Yeah.
They took us down January, and it was insane because I couldn't come. What I'm doing right now, if I did this last week before I got the monetization, your channel would have been in trouble because they blocked my face from going to other people's channel.
On YouTube?
Yeah, meaning I couldn't go on anybody's channel. I had to stay on mine while they are reviewing every single word I've ever said on YouTube. Yeah. And they took 9 months to do that. And of course, because we tell the truth and we always have links to where we're finding the sources and all the stuff. Yeah. They couldn't find anything that we did wrong after doing 9 months review. So then they reinstated the channel last week, Wednesday on the 17th. And then now we're back on. And I'm sure we're going to stay on for a very long time to come.
Yeah. Keep going, man.
Jesus' name. And
Yeah,
totally. Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me.
No problem.
Mind coming on again. I'll see you guys on Sunday then. If I have
absolutely. I want to just respond to Bess. Bess, I was gonna be traveling on Sunday, but now I'm gonna be traveling on Monday. So I'll be here. I'll be on the channel on Sunday night. So all things happen for a reason. I was meant to be here on the channel, so the flights were just ridiculously expensive on Sunday. So I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to be traveling on Monday. So that means getting up really early on Monday morning. But so that there will be the little Bible study on Sunday night, and
it's Sunday.
This Sunday, yeah. So we'll go. We normally start about 10:30, 11, and we go for about an hour, and it's just a nice way to just end Sunday. And again, do you know what?
That's good. Yeah, it's
People,
a nice way to go to sleep as well.
well, there's people come on the channel and said that they've come back to faith, and they've really, God's really been speaking to them. So, and I'm a complete wretched man. I'm not, I've got no authority to do anything, but God's good, and God honors you when you just step up. So, and I tell you what, there is a revival coming. There's going to be a revival in this country. I have no doubt. It's going to be the greatest revival in history. It's going to be the greatest revival in history. And is it starting?
It's coming fast.
I think it's going to come, and we'll know because we'll be hit like a ton of bricks. That's right. Our lives will get turned upside down, inside out, and we'll end up better people.
Massive, quick.
Yeah.
And I think all the tragic that's taking place is waking people up faster than ever before.
Oh, absolutely.
Look at what they did to Charlie Kirk. They thought they could just pour a bullet in his neck and his name will be destroyed and nobody will talk about him again.
Exactly.
That has risen ignite a lot of fire in people's belly. We got people who have never gone to church attending church. We got people lining up, people asking questions, people are reading book, and they thought they could just shoot him and that's it, done. But no, that's what the mistake they did with Jesus. They thought they could just kill the guy. Oh, he's doing too much harm. He's doing blasphemy, kill him. That's what they did. And guess what? He stood unfazed. And the whole world wanted to know what happened. And it's the greatest story ever told.
Absolutely. And I mean, it happened to Samson as well. You think about Samson. Samson got himself in a whole lot of trouble, got his eyes put out, and then he went into the temple, and and all the Philistines were there, and the Philistines are the same as the Palestinians. All the Philistines were there, and he just pulled that house down on everybody. And it says in the Bible, he slew more in his death than he did in his life. That's what they said about Samson. That's Charlie Kirk's the same. He slew more in his death than he did in his life. So there's a lot of people.
I think a lot of people are like that. Charlie Kirk had a power to unite, a power to debate. Have a good faith debate with anybody who wanted to have a chat. And he was a good unifier, and he did really well. The moment they shut him down, his channel received so many millions of views and subscribers, millions of subscribers on both channels, YouTube, Facebook, all the channel. And going back to Samson as well, we thought, they thought they could just maybe, all right, let's cut his hair off. That's what gives him power. Take his hair off. Oh, God has, doesn't bless him anymore. There's no power. But guess what? The moment that he thought, this is my moment, this is my time, I'm taking every single evil principality with me. Obviously, they're not going with where I'm going, but they're going somewhere. But I'm making sure they're not going to stand here. And he just shook his head, and the power came back. Now, the viewers who are watching here today, how do you get your power? What's your form of way to get your power? Because Charlie Kirk knew how to get his power. He knew how to talk. That was his power. We had King David. He knew what his power was. He used to go against big guys. He was never afraid confronting evil monsters. That was his power. What's your power? I think a lot of viewers need to realize what their power really is. Tommy has recognized his power. A lot of people are recognizing their power. And that's what we need to, people need to recognize their power, and we need to come back together and be like, all right, cool. And we need to create this like a vengeance type. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Where everybody is contributing a little bit. And
listen, we've all got, I tell you what, we've all got superpowers,
Yeah,
the bottom line is
born unique.
We have got superpowers. Everybody's got a superpower, and, you just got to find out what it is. And some people got more than one superpower, but there's,
that's right.
And I think doing this is a gift from God. Doing this is not like, you're not doing this naturally. You don't come on and talk for an hour and a half to 1,400 people and it flows and you have a laugh and it's light and all the rest. That's a gift from God, and it's helping people. It's helping people and it's encouraging people, and that's what this is. That's what this is all about. It's bringing everybody that we can with us on this journey.
That's right.
But yes, let's get back to this. Let's get back to No digital ID, 100%.
Yeah,
Claire
that's
Bear.
right.
That's what this. We've
Use
gone
your
all.
power on this one.
We've gone everywhere on this. We've gone all over that. We've gone all over the place on this, but no digital ID. And Stasi Starmer's got to realize that he's not going to win this one. He's not going to win this one. He's finished anyway. When he turned against Israel the other day, that was the kiss of death to his political career, and he's in a really, really bad situation now, because at the end of the day,
they're going to topple him very soon.
God doesn't
want him gone.
God doesn't like the land being divided. God doesn't want the land of Israel divided. And that's what Starmer signed off on. So, if you believe what the Bible says, you try and divide the land, you're gonna come unstuck. And that's what's happening to Slippery Starmer. But anyway,
that's what happens. But yeah,
Baraka,
thank you so much.
Bless you, man. Let's get on. We'll do a study on Sunday night, and let's just start doing this. And everybody in the comments, thanks for commenting. Please.
Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, thank you so much for joining. For the guys who will come from the show.
Yeah.
I'll be live if you're watching this tomorrow, 5 o'clock. So if you want to join, you can join. But obviously you're gonna end it, but I'm signing out. Go on. Are you ending the same time as me?
Yeah, let's go. Let's just end at the same time. We'll just end at the same time.
Just say goodbye,
guys. Then. Thanks for watching. Follow Baraka if you haven't got his channel. Drop it in the comments now, Baraka, so that we can get your channel on the screen. So if you just want to drop that in the comments right now,
we'll myself. Should I drop it?
Yeah. Can you do it? Actually, no, you probably can't do it.
I don't know. I don't think I can.
Do you know what I'll do? I'll put a link in the comments below. So I'll put a link in the comments so you can find Baraka. But if you go on YouTube and type Baraka, there's not going to be too many Barakas on there. So
just the same way you guys are spelling it in the chat. Just type that on YouTube.
Exactly. Just type that on YouTube and you'll get him. Baraka, let's do it all again soon, guys. Thanks for watching, and we're going to go, and we'll see you all probably before Sunday, but we'll definitely see you on Sunday.
Thank you.
And listen, say no to digital ID. See you soon.
Say no. Bye.
Okay. Bye, guys.